Last year, I did something that still feels unreal. I took 43 flights in 2024 alone. Yes, 43 times up in the year. Busy airports, boarding passes, the smell of jet fuel, and a lot of overpriced airport coffee. Don't get me wrong, I'm not a millionaire. I'm not a CEO jet sitting across the globe. I'm just a middle class teenager from a third world country. For me, getting on a plane even once used to feel like a huge deal. But 43 times in a single year? That easily put me in the top 1% of frequent flyers worldwide. It sounds glamorous, right? New places, solo adventures, professional trips, research, and conferences. But before you start thinking I was living the dream, let me share the other side of the story. All that flying comes with a massive cost. And I'm not just talking about airlines charging you extra just to pick a seat. I'm talking about the environmental cost, the carbon footprint. Let's put it into numbers. On average, 1 hour of flying equals about 250 kilograms of carbon dioxide emissions per passenger. My average flight was around 75 minutes. Multiplying it by 43 flights, and my 2024 year travel alone pumped out roughly 13,500 kilograms of carbon dioxide. To put that in perspective, that's 21 times more than the yearly carbon emissions of an average Bangladeshi citizen, 450 times more than someone from Hong Kong, one of the countries with the smallest carbon footprints, and even it is 1.5 times higher than the average Chinese citizen. I couldn't ignore this anymore. Yes, I love the thrill of travel, the freedom, and the opportunities flying gave me. But honestly, I had to face the reality. My lifestyle carried a heavy environmental price tag. So I made myself a promise. If I can't stop flying completely, I will at least fly more responsibly. Here's the plan I created, and maybe, just maybe, it's something you can try too. Number 1. Plant 3 trees for every 1 hour I fly. Trees are more than a feel-good symbol. They are the most natural and easiest way to beat climate change. The trick is choosing native species with high survival rates. 3 trees for 1 hour of flight won't erase emissions instantly, but it creates long-term removal that keeps working long after the plane lands. Number 2. Fly with carry-on only. Weight equals fuel and fuel equals emissions. One bag might not seem like much, but when multiplied across hundreds of passengers, it adds up. Lighter plane burns less fuel, especially during takeoff. Plus, you save time at baggage claim and money on luggage fees, especially while traveling with low-cost airlines. Number 3. Choose more efficient aircraft and seats. Efficiency isn't about Team Boeing versus Team Airbus. It's about specific models and seat choices. Newer planes like the A320neo, 737 MAX, A350, 787 typically use less fuel per seat than older types. Also, economy seats have a lower per passenger footprint than premium cabins because space and weight per person is smaller. If the booking site shows aircraft type and seat class emissions, use that intel. Number 4. Invest in high quality carbon offsets program. Carbon offsets aren't a free pass, but they are a responsible last step. Good offsets program fund renewable energy, mangrove restoration, methane capture, or cook stove projects that also help local communities. Look for ones with certified by standards like Gold Standard or Verified Carbon Standard, also known as VCS. Number 5. Prefer direct flights. Extra takeoffs and climbs are fuel hungry, and connections often add distance. A non-stop usually wins on emission and time. And trust me, the difference is huge sometimes. But a very long non-stop versus a well-placed one-stop can be a close call. So check the route, distance, and the emissions estimate instead of assuming. Number 6. Fly in the daytime. Contrails, the white streaks behind planes, trap heat, especially at night when there is no sunlight to reflect. Daytime flights can have a lower net warming effect in some conditions because any trapping can be partly offset by reflecting sunlight. It's not a silver bullet and depends on weather and altitude. But when you have a choice, daytime nudges the physics in a better direction. Moreover, airplanes uses less lights and conditioning during the day. Number 7. Use the emissions estimate when booking. The tools factors in aircraft type, route, and seat class to show relative emissions. You can easily find them while checking your flights on Google Flights or even Skyscanner. Pick the greener option first, then compare price and time if you could afford. Over a year of trips, routinely picking the lower emission option adds up, often with no real sacrifice. Number 8. Support sustainable aviation fuel (SAF) made from waste oils, residues, or other renewable sources. It can significantly cut life cycle emissions compared to fossil jet fuel. Supply is limited today, so our role is to signal demand. Choose airlines offering SAF blends or book and claim options at checkout. The more passengers opt in, the faster production scales and price fall. Number 9. Choose plant-based meals. Food has a footprint, and meat or even dairy are among the highest per serving. That's a story for another day, but for now, picking vegetarian or gluten-free meals reduces emissions and often food waste, as plant meals tend to be more consistent in the year. Will one meal change the world? Of course not, but consistent choice create demand signals that shift catering and supply chains over time, on planes and even on the ground. If your flight time is less than 3 hours, we consider booking the meals at first place. You can easily grab something before boarding and literally save tons of carbon. For example, a sandwich on a plane has roughly 1.5 to 2 times the carbon footprint of the same sandwich on the ground due to additional transport, packaging, and onboard service emissions. Number 10. Book directly with the airline. Booking directly with the airline can help reduce your digital carbon footprint. When you use third-party sites, your data passes through multiple platforms, such as search engines, aggregators, and booking processors, which increases the energy used by servers and data centers. This also generates more digital communication, including duplicate confirmation emails, follow-up messages, and often marketing content from multiple sources. In contrast, booking directly usually involves fewer systems and fewer mails, meaning less data traffic and reduced energy consumption overall. Number 11. Prefer airlines with real sustainability track records. A quick Google search can help you choose a more sustainable airline, but as a general rule, national flag carriers are often a safer bet. They tend to endorse sustainability initiatives more actively. Look for airlines with newer, more fuel-efficient fleets, high load factors, partnership for sustainable aviation fuel, and eco-efficient operations like single-engine taxiing and optimized flight planning. Transparent sustainability reporting is also a good sign. By choosing these airlines, you are effectively voting with your ticket, supporting those driving progresses, and putting pressure on others to catch up. And finally, number 12. Skip the in-flight entertainment services. In-flight entertainment screens drop power and add a hardware weight. Dimming or even skipping them is a micro win, but micro wins stack, especially if airlines see consistent passenger behavior and shift to lighter, more energy-efficient system. They can also promote personal device streaming, or just be like me. Take a nap and be energized when you land. So here's the takeaway. Responsible travel doesn't mean giving up your travel. It means being smarter with the choices we make so that our adventures don't come at a planet's expense. If you have got a flight coming up, start with just one change, then add another, then another. We don't need to be perfect. We just need to be better and consistent. Drop your own low-carbon flight tips below.